And, you know, the Israeli spokesmen have gone on the record as saying, well, we had no problem. Of course humanitarian aid can come through. Of course internationals can come through. It's not a source
of deep embarrassment for the Israelis.
Yes, but they've had to they've had to state that, that of course they won't attack. Why would we? So I would say this channel is now open, and I would urge everyone to get involved with raising money for charities who want to send boats over. Free Gaza are planning to send a boat at the end of this month. There's just some paperwork that's being finalised, but these boats took 25 people at a time. Now, I'm currently in talks about a new project called Aloha Palestine, which again will work on the basis that internationals, but more Palestinians and more Arabs this time, have the right to go to Gaza and visit this place and to take their skills, their human rights knowledge, and families, to reunite families, and also to bring Palestinians with the right papers to travel in Europe and people in need of medical aid out. So let's open this channel, let's all get involved, and please, I really call on the Arab world. The Palestinian people miss you so much. Please help them with charitable acts. Please use this channel to go and visit, to visit your family and friends there, to help people come out. Let's use this new waterway, let's break the siege on these innocent people. You've talked
about the efforts of the people. Have you been in touch with any officials, with government, since you've come back? Have you, you know, been met with any kind of inquiries as to exactly what you saw and what you felt and the such? Do you see any kind of movement on government level?
What an interesting question. No. No, I haven't been contacted by governments, but I have been contacted by some government officials in the UK. Who were very interested in what was going on and said that they were going to become more vocal about it. So I am not too gloomy about individuals, even within the wider government itself in Britain, taking an interest on behalf of Palestinian justice. So I have some hope there, but largely it's really non-government organisations, it's charities and it's individuals, and this is, I think, where the movement to make peace in this area, because you cannot have peace without justice, to bring peace to all the peoples of this area, it will be done by individuals, and so we can all get involved in this.
So essentially you're suggesting that it's not the political that's going to end the suffering of the Palestinian people? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I think that is what I'm saying. I think there's too much money entrenched in the war machine. I think, you know, when you've got a situation where Egypt is getting $3 billion in aid a year from America, and it's also having under great pressure to do as Israel says, and Israel with its own causes and reasons for controlling the region that it does, I think that's pretty much in lockdown. However, if we can get people into to see for themselves human rights people and journalists back into Palestine and back interested in it, then a change will have to come, and I feel very positive about that.
Coming back to the political, do you see that any kind of outcome on the American scene within the next few weeks? Do you see that, you know, that may have any kind of impact? Obviously, the Americans being the most powerful player outside of the region.
Well, I just like to quote the people in Gaza, a mother that I spoke to in Rafah as she was feeding her children. I said, what about the American election? She said, oh, it's going to be great, it's going to be worse or even worse.
So
yes, there is a choice.
That's a very succinct answer. Now, you know, finally, do you see that in the foreseeable future, and as a result of what's happening, and of your experience and you know, your writings that'll either have come through or will come through in the near future, do you see more Britons coming on board the campaign? Do you see more people beginning to question the way in which the whole issue is being reported? Do you see any of that?
How can you question something you don't know is going on? How can you, if you've never seen the moon, how can you say, oh, I want to see the moon? There is a huge question here that media groups, Media Workers Against the War, Arab Media Watch needs to address, and this is the lack of true news about the deaths and the difficulties faced by Palestine coming out. So that's a job for us to keep doing. Really, it's difficult to change people's minds if they have no concept of what's going on at all.
Finally, part of our audience are in Palestine and watching this program as we speak. Any message for them?
I miss you, and I can't wait to come back, and I want to take my children, and there are people out here who really care, and I believe that, and I know that there are Arab peoples out there who will want to help, and I hope that by taking part in this small but significant action that we can change things and that your voices will be heard.
Lauren Booth, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for tuning in. Join us next time for another Hiwar Khas, another special dialogue. I'm Anas التكريتي. Goodbye.